This is Curling Unleashed, the first ever TCG All-Star Game. Fans closer to the action than ever before. VIP treatment in Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Must-see moments, big shots you're gonna wanna hold on. These curlers delivered on and off the ice. The rock stars of the game like you've never seen before. The home of country music has turned into the home of curling. The bright lights of Broadway, honky tonk. We're in Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome inside the Tee Line Nashville. Devin, Heroux alongside Jennifer Jones and Brent, Laing. Now we are set for the first ever All-Star Skins game. So many wrinkles, so many twists and turns. Jen, what one are you looking forward to?
Oh boy, it's going to be such a great game. The best players in the world on the ice teaming up together. We never get to see this, but I'm really excited for that sure shot. Something we've never seen before. Each team gets one per half where they can choose the lineup, the throwers, the sweepers. And I know sometimes in the game I've wondered what it would be like if somebody else could throw a tough shot. We're going to get to see it.
Don't miss the sure shot. Okay, Brent, two coaches, well-known coaches, playing a prominent role in this game.
Yeah, battle of the gold medalists. We got Matt Hamilton from the United States, and you got John Morris from Canada. And normally coaches kind of sit back there and come out once or twice a game for a timeout, but every end they're going to have to make a player change. Like other sports, they're going to be really involved in this game, and win or lose, they're going to take the blame or they're going to take the heat.
A tantalizing Canada versus USA matchup here in Nashville. We are set, a curling crescendo reaching a peak. The All-Star Skins game next.
Welcome our official team captains. Captain of the red team, Mr. John Morris. And captain of the blue team, Mr. Matt Hamilton.
Hey, Robbie.
Yep.
You know what we call Matt Hamilton in Canada?
What?
One good week.
Oh!
On day one, the draft took place to pick the official All-Star teams. Captains taking turns, pulling names out of the hoppers. Up first, the two bench spots. Rachel Homan and Matt Dunstone to Team Hamilton. Sophia Maubergs and Ross Whyte to Team Morris.
All right.
Ross Whyte fell asleep on a picnic bench last night, so we'll see if he can repeat the feat tomorrow.
He's well rested.
Once the bench was filled, they drafted the leads.
No stranger to it all.
Then the seconds, then the thirds.
Will Rachel and Emma be able to curl without each other? That's the question.
Finally, it was time to draft the two All-Star skips.
Six-time Brier champ or Colton Flasch? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Not only will I beat Brad and Skip, I will also sweep all these hooligans and skip. So, I'm sweeping and skipping.
There it is, Team Hamilton in blue. Just a note there at the bottom. Brad Jacobs out with a lower body injury. A tangle with a mechanical bull. Tyler Tardi is in. Team Morris wearing red. Look at this intriguing combination. And as you heard Colton Flasch smack talking, it will be interesting to see this team in action. It's a city that's earned the nickname Smashville, but perhaps this week here in Nashville, Tennessee, that's taken on new meaning. Granite crashing and smashing on the pebbled ice inside the Tee Line Nashville. We're set for the All-Star Skins game.
Here is the roster for Team Morris. John Morris. Colton Flasch. Emma McEwen. Hammy McMillan. Kerri Einarson. Ross Whyte. And Sophia Maubergs. Here is the lineup for Team Hamilton. Matt Hamilton. Brad Gushue. Sarah Wilkes. Tyler Tardi. Alina Petz. Matt Dunstone. Rachel Homan. And Brad Jacobs.
Okay, let's get into it. Rock, paper, scissors to figure out who would have hammer in this game. And as I understand it, it was Matt Hamilton.
Wow, I've never seen that done at a championship before, but you know, it's always great to have hammer and to start and get those nerves underway.
We talked about it off the top. There are a bunch of twists and turns and wrinkles, Jennifer, in this skins game, so maybe just high level. Let's get into how you win the skin.
Yeah, in order to win a skin or win an end, the team with hammer has to score 2 or more points. You can score as many as you want, but at least 2. And the team without last rock advantage has to score or steal 1 or more points. If that does not happen, then the skin will get carried over to the next end, and the next end will be worth more money.
Do not adjust your TV sets. Kerri Einarson is in the lead position, and Colton Flasch Brent is in the house as we are underway.
Yeah, Flasch has a little bit of experience skipping, but it was all done by a draw last night, the ever-exciting draft, and these are the starting lineups. They don't have to stay very long.
Okay, tight. Yeah, you can go. Yeah.
A little tight, might over curls. Probably not, though.
Okay.
We have been waiting for this skins game. The best curlers all here in Nashville. It's been quite the week, and it's all been leading to this. And there's a center line guard by Kerri Einarson to get things going, Jennifer.
Yeah, she even bit the center line. She's happy with that, proud of herself.
99, 99.
From one last rock thrower to another. Plain lead. Alina Petz getting things started here for Team Hamilton, and those beautiful jerseys, blue jerseys with red trim. Gushue in the house in his familiar position.
Here, Tyler.
Back button.
Go. Yep.
Right there.
Okay, good.
Back button.
See him turn?
Back 4.
The players haven't had a lot of time to practice yet on the ice, so they're just trying to figure out the speed, make sure they get their rocks in good spots, utilize those guards.
There.
Yeah, I think it's close though.
Line's good.
Very close.
Okay.
Back 8. Line's good.
Back
Little
4.
tight.
Yep.
Back 4.
Yep.
Line's good. Line's good.
Not sure. Roll.
Room.
Line's good.
There. Waist good.
Hammy McMillan
Perfect.
second in this first stand. Emma McEwen in the third position, and they are going to work on this one. This first stand, $1,000 at stake, and it just keeps growing throughout the game, Brent, matching the amount to the end, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, all the way to 8,000 in the 8th end.
And I appreciate the rules committee keeping it simple for us in the booth. But like most skins games, as you get towards the end, the money builds and you throw in a few carryovers, and we could be playing $20,000 end before this night is over.
Whoa, let it curl.
$36,000 in total on the
Oh,
line.
no bounce on this.
Green stones in place of the red stones here at the Tee Line Curling Club.
Go. Okay, good shot. Good judge.
Not a bad start to this end. Nice guard from Kerri Einarson, then the come around from Alina Petz.
13 now probably.
And Kerri Einarson with a nice come around and a freeze, almost perfect freeze from Alina. These are the best of the best, no matter what position they throw. And this is Hammy McMillan. He usually plays lead, now playing second.
Line's good.
Okay. Just clean. I think it's there.
Fresh off a world championship title.
And a players' championship. What a year.
Bumping a bit.
Gotta go.
Hard line.
Okay, you're good.
Line's good.
Bump.
You're good.
It's
Curl,
bumping.
curl. Balance is fine. Curl. Okay.
Yep. Nice shot.
Really nice shooting so far.
Good judge.
It's really perfection. And if I'm Kerri, I mean, she was arm in the air, 2 for 2, and then I probably look over at Coach Morris and say, okay, you can take me out now.
100% done.
Keep my stats clean.
Tyler Tardi,
I think it's close.
his
right?
first for Team Hamilton.
Yeah. It's a little light.
Whoa. Whoa.
7.
Oh, it needs to curl big. Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
Hard,
Keep
Alina.
going. Keep going. Keep going.
Hard. That's pretty good.
That's good.
Nice shot.
Yeah, they like that because they've set up a couple of angles on each side. There's a double on the yellows on one side, and then the green stones are lined up to hit shot stone on the right-hand side.
This is going to be outstanding, just seeing all of these different teams and curlers interacting and how they communicate with one another.
Curl.
T-line.
Curl hard.
The benches are right beside the ice as well, and
Straight.
you look at that Team Hamilton bench. Jacobs, Dunstone, Homan
Do you
on the
really-
bench.
I called that week perfectly.
No, you did. You did. I just wasn't listening.
Fraction Whyte.
Pretty good.
It's not bad.
There you can see it, the all-stars of all-stars on the bench, and now the other side, you got Ross Whyte, Sophia Mabergs.
So he's gonna go. He's gonna go.
What do you see
If he
in
goes
a
in
10,
the
11?
next 10, he plays 4, and then he's off for 6 and 7, and then he's in for 8.
Are we nosing the yellow?
Sounds like it.
Coach Morris has a plan. I'll tell you what I know about Johnny Moe. He hates to lose.
He thought about this for a long time.
Good.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's got a strategy of who he wants in the final end, what his lineup is when the money is at the highest, the most at stake.
Oh, curl big.
Tardi's last. This needs to curl.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't do much.
Hello.
Stayed right there, didn't it? And
A little heavy.
now Flasch is
Yeah. It was
surveying the house. Let's take a listen
A
here.
little bit too much ice, a little heavy.
little bit of everything.
This will come into here.
Okay, whatever you're seeing. They just have this double on the yellows.
It's right here.
Okay.
Should I like
A little wider.
out here?
13. You're a little
I
wider.
think that's gonna be
so-
close.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's gonna be a little
Back
bit
4.
fresher out here.
T-line's good.
Feels like the perfect time to mention that there is no official time clock being used in this All-Star Skins game. However, if there is an excessive conversation, an event official will intervene. As
T-line.
McEwen throws her first here in the first end.
T-line.
Yep. Gotta go hard.
One of the best in the business, Hammy McMillan, is sweeping the stone and judging.
Gotta go.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Looks like they might have missed the line call. Are they going to get it by? No.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice weight
Very
from
good.
Emma Miscue. Just missed the line call slightly.
Good weight.
Great weight.
Weight was perfect.
Hit half a rock with heel weight.
Yeah, this is
Well,
lined
wait.
up to kill both those yellows.
Okay.
I was
7.5.
thinking they should have dealt with this somehow.
Run pretty straight, I think. Eh?
I think
It
so.
kind of talks Flash out of that tap back. I think that might have been a good move.
This is Sarah Wilkes, who normally throws lead, throwing an upweight takeout. Sarah did play third for a long time. She won a Canadian championship at third, but it's not her normal position.
Okay, whoa.
This is out there, just hanging right there and past everything.
I know. I don't feel
They're
very
talking
often.
about that. They don't get to peel very often. I
can
was
make
sitting
this,
with Sarah
though,
last night when the draft was going on. All the women were getting chosen, and she was actually the last ping pong out of the bucket. So she knew she was playing third, and she wasn't exactly
I
thrilled.
had to release it.
Her last here in the first end.
Saying that it's going to feel like board because it's a little heavier on this side. Give them a little extra.
Please. Whoa. Curl.
Oh, Hammy's taking both sides.
Curl.
Trying to curve this thing
Oh,
over.
gotta go.
Shot.
That works.
That worked out quite well.
Nice job.
Brent, do you think there's enough drag to get both those greens?
Third again.
Depends which one you're talking about hitting, but I think
I was like ready to
ticking
sweep
that
that.
green in there probably
Kinda risky
helps.
on both sides. We either try this
Yeah.
I think that's his
so.
shot.
We know
or
what
you
it'll
squeak
do.
that. I think this is a much better result.
I think you lie 2 if you make that.
Half a rock.
It
I'll
does
slide
drag
a bit better.
past the back one. She's going to do better.
I'll give you a little less.
Okay.
Brad doesn't trust that, so she's making sure on the ice.
Whoa,
Sarah
curl,
Wilkes
curl.
with her last here in the first end.
I don't know if she
Elena
did any
Pett.
better.
Curl.
Still wide.
Okay, good.
Actually, not so bad. The angles look pretty good, but there is
Very straight.
something off the yellows. They're trying to get this to curl to hit a little bit thicker to get to shot stone. Just a little thin.
Moves shot rock far enough that now there's a double on the 2 yellows, and Flasch is going to have to take that away because green are second and third shot, and that would be enough to get the skin if that double was made. Interesting for me watching the skills, and maybe it was a bit of a hit and giggle, but now all of a sudden they're talking about everything you would talk about in a normal game.
Absolutely.
Halfway,
Colton
2/3.
Flasch without hammer in the first. You steal it, you get the first skin of the game. Kerri Einarson's going to lean on this one.
Still just halfway high, halfway.
But I think they're going to plan B.
I don't think there is a plan B, Devin. This is just a missed
shot. Yeah.
He's not looking at the double though, so must have guarded enough.
Feed it in there.
So what has Gushue got here?
Brad's from an era. He just said, "I'll help it a little." These youngsters on the ice might
Try a little
not know
halfway.
what that
I'm gonna
means.
see if I can help it curl.
Yep.
We used to play on a lot of ice that wasn't curling, so you get it
Should be able to get it in there to get half of that, eh?
Yeah.
hooking in there where he's gonna turn it towards
Yeah,
the
just a
target a
little
bit at release.
It's called artistry.
Showing his age
Probably
a
still
little
a
here.
little
Only the
slow in this
veterans
spot.
can do
A
this.
little bit, maybe.
And so what is he doing then with the handle there?
Instead of having it normally when we release the stone at this level, it's got a little bit of, in this instance, from right to left, a little bit of back. He'll do the opposite. He'll get it going left to right.
Let's take a look.
Might even slide a little bit wide, and you can see it's just soft. It's towards center line.
Yep.
And then as soon as that weight comes off, it'll just dive in there.
It should.
Clean. Yep.
I think they over curled this. I think it's on the guard.
Close.
It was close. But Rex on the guard.
Alina Pet's too strong on the curl.
Good sweep. Great weight.
I'd still be a little concerned about this double. I don't know if he could play like a board weight.
Yeah, it might be framed, but if it's covered at all, there's no curl in that spot.
They're just talking about the
I
double.
got you more.
Brad said he's going to ask at the other end if he can see any of it. I'm right behind. I think he just got an inch of it, which is probably all he needs. It's a very tough shot, but it might be there.
Hard Hammy, hard Hammy.
A smart skip oversells it too. You say how hard it is before you go down and make it. Give yourself a little bit of extra street cred.
You think that's what we do, hey?
Oh, I've seen it for years. I used to do it for Glenn and for you.
I think that guard does the trick. It's a little bit long, but it needs a lot of curl past the guard.
So this is a scene, a lot of rocks in play. Team Hamilton
Double run, double.
got to put 2 on the board to take the skin.
Chosen to go for the carryover.
14-1. You got this, Brad.
Okay. You're probably just to the hack on that.
Okay. Give me a little bit more.
How many times has Brad Gushue
This might be
stared a shot like this down? Got to put it on the pin to carry the money over. The skipper from St. John's looking to carry it over in the first end. Needs the pin here inside the Tee Line Curling Club in Nashville.
Felt like it was there.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Clean it for line.
Tee line.
Where's the weight? Yep.
Yep.
Line.
Hard for line. Hard for line. Hard for line.
They got to get it there.
Hard for line.
Go. Okay. Good throw.
I'm telling you, he was close. Probably perfect weight.
Oh, our rocks are everywhere.
One skin for you guys.
Skip the Flash. Skip the Flash.
But it is a steal in the opening end of the All-Star Game. Welcome back. A steal for Team Morris. He's got to be feeling good. Let's find out. Robbie is with him right now.
John, congratulations. You got the skin early on. Give me your thoughts on your team roster. What can we look for? What are the positives, and what are some things that might not work out for you?
Well, I was a little worried there with Flasch at the helm. You know, he hasn't skipped in a while, but man, he had called a great strategy that first end. He only had to throw 2 good guards. So, and you know what? We've been working on our team chemistry. It's our 3rd day in Nashville, so our first 2 days we're really working on our team chemistry, and I think Broadway did that for us. So now we're ready to curl, and this team is gelling right now.
Well, you're against a very tough team with Captain Matt Hamilton. Is there any message you want to send to the opposing captain?
Well, Matty's going to be tough. You know, he's chirping a pretty big game on the bench there, but I think we got the Muzzinator. You know, he's a little washed up, and I think we're coming for him. So.
Well, there you have it. Confidence oozing.
Washed, huh? Sorry, I didn't know you were there.
All right, Matt Hamilton keeping a close eye on his competitor, John Morris. I tell you what, you'd think Johnny was playing for an Olympic gold the way he's talking out there, Brent. You said it. He doesn't like to lose. He has a strategy, and he's got the first skin.
It doesn't matter what he's doing. He's a super competitive guy. He hates to lose probably as much as he loves to win. And good start. In a skins game, it's always nice to get that first skin off on the board, and it can start to kind of go against you here pretty quickly.
McEwen with her first.
Yep.
Weight's good.
Hard. Whoa.
Weight's up a bit.
Back line.
Whoa.
That's real close. Set.
Very good.
Good.
Nice shot.
Nice shot. Good.
The key to that shot is the lineup of the green, yellow to the button. Didn't quite get the yellow tapped in there to the perfect spot, but that's a bad combination for Gushue.
Okay. Think it's there.
Maybe hit 2/3.
The front edge is equal to the back edge. Yeah, I could probably hit 2/3 at best. Yeah, you wouldn't want to hit any less than that anyway. Okay.
How fun is it for Brad Gushue and Matt Dunstone to be in the back end together, competing against each other all these years in Canada and now teammates?
Coming in cold to throw a 6.5-second hit might be a little bit strange, but
Yep.
Steely-eyed, focused, Matty Dunstone.
Looking tight, gotta get this by. Oh, no, oh, worked out okay.
We might need a replay after that, absolutely. There's a lot happening there. Tardi was coming in hot, so were the rocks, and everything spilled.
I think he just might have touched the Yellowstone that was going.
I don't think I touched this, did I?
He can see.
I touched this.
Yeah, I touched the yellow.
drilled it. It was going across in front on top of that green one. Might have taken away that angle that's still really good.
I think you just,
Take it off. Take it off.
I made it worse.
He touched it, but it actually worked out better for Team Morris. It would have, as Brent said, maybe created a bad angle, and right now it's pretty good.
You can put it every weight you want, really.
Brent, I might throw this harder. Get rid of those green stones. What do you think?
It looks like any speed onto the green, thicker the better, but it's just going to ricochet off the top 8 yellow straight into the other one and kill those 2 greens.
I don't think this is clear.
Could get them all, couldn't you?
Okay, sorry. Are we looking for hot?
Yep.
Okay.
Could get them all. It looks to me like you could get all the greens, but maybe a spot where they know it's a little straight and want to bring the weight down just to make sure.
Whoa.
Need to get almost all the way to the nose with this lighter weight, though, or won't have any speed left.
Girl.
Trying to get this to the face, to the nose, rearrange the house. Mission accomplished.
Exactly what Ross wanted.
Nice shot.
Hey, sweet.
Good.
The key here, you watch as all the rocks settle. Watch the green one that goes back button.
Like actually just battered it.
Both those kind of behind the tee line for Team Hamilton and not in good spots. And how do you get that yellow one out from the top 4 foot?
Oh, yeah.
It's the time if you want to take a look.
Does he have enough room to get that yellow in there pretty good if we make the roll? This? Yeah. No, like if you roll on the button, he then has to play this. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. I've seen him this afternoon. I've seen him make those before, though. Okay, kind of weight you want to throw? Like a 10? Okay, this will curl.
Weight is good. It's a little down.
Whoa. Curl!
Just trying to get an inside flop here.
Curl.
Go.
Throw it. Okay.
Good shot.
Didn't get the roll they wanted to be right into the button, but I think it's high enough. There's no double on the greens.
Good weight.
Might be something that
I'm
Team Morris could use.
Tap and like sit in front.
Skip stones in the second end, $2,000 at stake after Team Morris stole the first cash of this inaugural All-Star game here in Nashville.
That gives you both turns with your last.
Yeah.
It gives us a couple options. I don't know what we can do else.
Pardon?
Because this straight run just goes by this one.
Yeah, I like hitting off this one into that.
Yeah.
Gives you probably
Just
both
like
sides.
control?
Yeah, like
Try to move
barrier,
it,
kind of
oh, right. I forgot on that.
Or what you want.
like 10.
As long as you get this one here, it's like here.
Yeah.
That tap next.
Need to
or
make sure
something.
we still lie
We
at
just have
least
to-
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, we don't want to go low because then
No.
they come off of it. So as long as we stay on the highs, even like a bit more than a 10, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to keep it like high.
Somewhere around about there. There
Okay.
seems to
This
run
one?
really straight.
Okay,
Try to hit it big and get this out of here. You could.
but we don't want to roll deep because then
We want to make sure we lie.
Think your shooter's going far?
depends
No,
on the
but I
weight.
think if our shooter's not going to beat the back one.
Okay.
So we need to hold with the top one, I think.
Okay, cool.
All right, where did they land in this mess?
You too, Russ?
So you can see
No, you're
where,
good.
where Emma's got
You're
the broom. I'm
good.
going to hit that one on the center line side, roll over it, and actually move their yellow one over in front of Shot Rock Green, line up the yellow combination, and the shooter will stay in a spot where it's usable. So they'll have shots on both sides. They keep talking about
Gives us a couple options.
remaining second shot. I don't think that's that important.
The green double on these two.
Oh, that out, yeah, for sure.
Needs to roll low and needs to move that yellow over. Even if it ran right into that side green, it would still be lined up perfectly.
Gonna give that to Whyte.
Line's good.
Drink.
Yes. Gotta go, no, fart.
They're going to lean on this one. Hammy from end to
Go,
end.
go, go. Jackson.
Okay.
Nobody really knows, but that's, I'm going to say that's not great, not bad. It's okay.
Yeah.
They're calling him on the hog line. They said he went over the hog line.
But I think that's just a guide, is it not?
Yeah, it's just a guide. It has been for the last 5
Is
years.
that guide or? do you have-
Shouldn't
does the
be,
guide
but it is.
We're going to take a look at it right now, and perhaps that's something we'll see in the game sooner than later.
Ross, I've warned you for years.
Yeah.
There's the replay.
You don't believe me.
These people just don't understand.
A little bit over. He should have let it go sooner. It might have worked out better for him.
Screen record for right season.
Great throw,
Screen
though.
record.
Squeezes it through the port a bit and nudges that green rock to the back of the 8 foot. But it has been a topic of discussion this season and perhaps the last few seasons. I know at the World Juniors right now they are using, they're trying out the electronic sensors. They won't use them in play, they're just gathering information, so perhaps we will see those sensors back sooner than later.
We do not need something on the hog line for sure.
It's a 10.
Now Brad Gushue's just trying to get in here light second if he can, or at least third.
Curl. Curl. Curl.
Needs to stay in the
Gotta go.
forefoot.
Curl. Keep going. Keep going. Curl. Curl.
Trying to get an inside flop just like
pretty
that. Did they get it
There
out?
might be a double for Ross Whyte.
I think Brad thinks so too.
Good shot.
I think that does the job. Yeah.
Curl. Gotta go. Curl. Keep going.
The double carve made famous in the 80s in Switzerland, so not surprised Alina knows that trick.
Probably gonna have that anyway, but.
2 chances for a double here they've looked at. You could hit the green one on the top 8 foot and then hit into the yellow and straight across into the green, stays on the button. But if there's room here, this would almost guarantee a steal.
Same thing.
People are watching me now.
I would expect they're going to take a real good look at this hog line this time, though, and probably
Yeah, they're videoing it. They've
What
got
are
a
you gonna
video
do?
on the hog
What are
line.
you
Tyler
gonna do?
Tardi is ready for evidence.
Normal. Peel.
Appeal.
Hey, you roll it,
Play
two
tight.
stones is perfect. If you make a double, even better.
Agreed.
Standing watch on the hog line as Ross Whyte gets set to deliver.
Yep. Gotta go, back up. Back it up.
Gotta go on this one.
Gotta go.
Hammy and Einarson leaning on it. Can't get it by. Spins it in just like he drew it up.
You couldn't even make that shot if you tried.
I think I got it before it.
What a guy!
Yeah.
What a guy!
Here it is, Brent. Unbelievable.
Bit of pressure into the release it before. the
barely
ball
gets
played.
by the
That
top
was
one.
added pressure.
Feathers it sideways, little spin. That's just a straight up fluke.
That's the call, right?
Look at Alina's face.
But Roscoe likes it.
Yeah.
When you're hot, you're hot.
And now Brad Gushue's got to make this double. Try to through the hole. Try to preserve both his greens for his skin.
They did. Emma threw the heck waiter here.
Final stone. Second end. Can Gushue find a way to get his team on the board? Get that $2,000. We'll find out right now. Trying to run that yellow back into the pile.
Real hard. Hard.
Tardi's going hard. Right out of his hand.
Hard.
He's close.
Okay.
Looks like a carryover indeed.
One good fluke deserves another.
They're going to take the $2,000 over to the third end. We're going to take a look at this last Gushue rock. There it is, one lone green rock on the edge of the button, good enough for a carryover. That's going to make the third end worth $5,000 right after this.
All right, George, you have said that you wanted to fulfill a lifelong dream to curl.
Yeah.
Well, how did that become your dream?
I think just as a kid,
Yeah.
every Winter Olympics, the only thing I'd ever watch was curling.
Really?
For some reason, I just like, this is fascinating. Just like the technique, the touch that people have, the finesse of it.
It's the TCG All-Star Game. You're showing up here. Why was it important to be here? Because, I mean, right on the other side of this glass are the world's best curlers.
I know, I met a couple of them. It's really cool. It's in my backyard. I live here with my family, so just having an event like this, supporting a sport that I really enjoy. I mean, I would say that curling is probably like second favorite sport, honestly. There's all-stars and Hall of Famers and the best in the world here.
What is it about football and curling? A football player
Why
would be
we like
attracted to this. Yeah.
I really think it's the exact opposite of what we do.
Right.
Which is we're outside, we're in a gym working out, we're on a football field working out, hitting each other, getting tackled, and it's just not that. This is mental and finesse. I think the competitive nature is all the same with football and with curling. Like the mindset that you have to get into when, hey, you need 3 points and they're sitting on the middle and you need to knock it out. It's the last throw to win something. Like that's pressure.
It's intense.
That pressure and that intensity and like the whole stadium's just quiet. And it's just that type of stuff, that environment, that's what you fall in love with in sports. And it's here in curling just as it is in the NFL.
Appreciate you, George.
Of course. Thank you. Ah, it's fantastic.
Welcome back inside the Tee Line. Robbie's with Coach Hamilton.
Thanks for joining me, Matt. Not the start perhaps you wanted. Looked like you were going to pick up the skin there, but a big shot in the end. Didn't turn out, forced the carryover. Your thoughts early on in this matchup?
Well, I didn't think it was going to be necessary to say this, but I think we should only allow called shots instead of slop shots. 2 out of Roscoe there, pretty good, but obviously not called. Almost broke his wrist on the first one when he held it about 10 feet over the hog line. And then the second one, I think he closed his eyes hoping for the best, and he was able to pull it off.
Well, we're seeing a lot of trash talk from your team calling out Ross, as you mentioned, on the hog line. Was this something you drew up as team captain, or is this just happening organically?
Well, honestly, I thought it was going to be a good civil game, but then Morris came out biting my style with that mustache, and I was just like, at first I thought, imitation's the sincerest form of flattery. And then I realized he was trying to play head games with me, with Ross playing the way he's been playing. So I just feel like these guys are forcing my hand here to be a little more into their heads.
Well, there you have it. Confident captain Matt Hamilton.
Thank you, Robbie. Shots fired. A reminder here, the wrinkle, one of the wrinkles is a sure shot. You have one in the first 4 ends, one in the last 4 ends, and you got to be thinking they better use it sooner. Maybe somebody wants to remind them they have it, because if you don't use it, you lose it.
You want to hit this?
Yeah, try and roll for a corner and roll the green in.
I think it's a
like
good
3
call.
quarters, roll them both?
I think so.
I just don't see a steal if we open up center line.
Oh, yeah,
Let him draw paint.
We don't have hammer.
You want to top that?
Minor detail.
They were thinking they had
we don't have hammer.
hammer.
Yeah, we don't.
I can see why that would be
center line
confusing.
guards.
Might be a freeze now.
Okay. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Peeling our own center is probably not it.
I kind of like the angle tap on the green,
freeze
Brent.
and
Get it
tap the
behind
green.
everything.
Okay.
That's the best result. It's a bit of an all or nothing, but
Half a rock on the green.
Freeze?
Half. Top
Okay,
this in.
gotcha.
You can tap it all the way to back 8.
it feels like they're not speaking the same language right now. New skip third combo here, Dunny and Rachel.
Obviously, things change when you think you have the hammer to when you're...
Different objectives. You're thinking we just need to get 2 if you have the hammer, and so they were trying to open up the middle.
Yeah, we
He's
got,
got a lot of steam. They elected to play that tap. And this rock is going to slide all the way to the back green.
His weight actually wasn't so bad, Brent. If he connected almost on the nose, but if he had connected it with a third or a half, which was what they were trying to do, would have been pretty good weight.
For this?
I thought that, yeah.
Yeah?
Even nose. You like
10?
that? 10?
Yeah.
Sam, I missed you.
9.5.
More than yours.
Girl.
For sure.
Whoa. Straight.
Team Morris with hammer
Hard.
needs to
Really
score
hard.
2 to get that $5,000 skin.
Sit.
Hoping this rock stops.
Good
Good
shot.
enough.
As long as it outcounts that back stone. They don't want that back stone to come in as be a
It's not looking
counter.
great.
9.5.
Yeah, that felt like a lot.
Drawn around everything now, and not a great steal opportunity, but if Matt can make a really good come around, could get it mostly buried, back 4 foot, even back 8, as long as it stays for shot.
Line's a little tight.
Want to outcount both those yellows that are in there.
Yep. Hard line.
This is really curling, Brent.
The hit curled, so the draw will definitely curl. It's light too, I think.
Just
Hard,
distance
keep going.
and
Trying
curl,
to keep
curl,
this thing
curl.
going.
You're in,
Trying
you're
to
in,
drag
go,
it
go,
for
go.
all it's worth. Trying to get shot rock. Did they?
Okay. Sweet, throw him out.
Well, it's tough to tell. I don't think so. I think the yellow
Shoot,
is
could've
still
froze.
shot.
Didn't know it was that
Didn't
late.
do much there.
14-2. Hank. Hard. Just
Hard, keep
distance
going.
and curl,
They
curl.
Caught him a little bit.
Yeah, they were trying to go around, but they maybe could have made an audible and played the freeze. Would have been a lot better position.
Yes.
I don't think we want to move it too far out.
No.
I like to roll out, yeah.
I'm just scared about who's throwing after.
Okay.
She can make triples.
What was that? A little bit. Well, wait.
Rachel's
Ted
even
again.
in Ross's head, and he doesn't have to play against her.
Okay.
Normally.
You're probably like 9.5 last time.
Okay.
Right on the nose, even a millimeter high. Keep the shooter right there. Chip the yellow over to take away the triple, as Ross said.
Get close.
10.
Probably goes on to that
Lean in,
back
lean.
green too, doesn't it? Got to be careful with that.
Yep. Hard. Wait, Scott.
Hard.
As they try and get it by this guard, they do that. Back,
Okay.
past that back green.
I think we're good. We're good.
And they're sitting 3
Thanks.
with hammer.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah.
Skip Stones, third end, $5,000 at stake.
I think so.
After the carryover in the second end, Team Morris, the only team with cash in the bank right now, and hammer, and sitting 3.
You think it'll curl a little bit?
I think it'll curl if you grab the center line. If you keep it off, I don't think it'll move a millimeter.
Okay. I can't hit the guard. That's the only thing I can't do.
Double will be almost automatic. Does it get the side one too? It sure looks like it's going to hit it. Will it dead jam or roll off?
She's made a living over the last number of seasons making shots just like this. Now Rachel Homan looking to deliver another wicked triple right now. Trying to drag it out. Trying to drag it out. She did it.
Ross Whyte said, I know Rachel Homan can make triples, and she sure does. I've seen a lot of them over the years.
Killer line call.
Whoa.
Hits it perfect. And it's spinning so much. Good news, though, as I said, for Team Morris, that these guards are opened up. So Whyte can just get behind. They're staggered. There's not really a run back, I don't believe.
Just flip the script on this entire end. Whyte now. Trying to put a skipper's deuce on the board for 5,000.
Yep, hard line.
Hard line.
Really tight. Really? Yeah.
Wow, this one looks gone. Knew it. Trying to curl it by the center. Maybe they can tap the yellow.
On the yellow.
Okay, curl it. Oh no. Roll it.
Trying to line this up, knowing that the draw might be made. You may have something off those yellows.
It's all good.
Maybe just edge. Yeah, I like edge.
Okay.
Rachel couldn't have had a good read on that throw. It wasn't good enough to read, so.
Little early line, just a tight
Homan
guard.
now
Tight.
with her last
Tight.
in the
Hard
third
line.
end. A triple on her
Hard line.
first.
Okay, high as you can here. High as you can now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa,
Yep, keep
whoa,
going.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay.
Brent, what are you seeing about this path? Are they just not taking enough ice? Or?
That one's actually on a perfect line. She's just like 15 feet light.
I was only like 2 seconds off the time.
Yeah, that's about 15 feet.
Like, if I'm heavy, it's going to sit, right? Agreed. Like 13.5 will be fine.
Hold on, wait a
Morris
second.
is waving the flag.
They're bringing in their sure shots. They're bringing it in.
This might be a great opportunity.
We have our first sure shot of the game. And what a time to use it.
We're bringing in Kerri for the sure shot.
It's pretty easy.
Oh, he just had that. So we're bringing in Kerri.
Who's keeping?
And she might even have a strategy change.
Who's sweeping?
Wait a
Let's
second.
bring lead to start, so I don't
Okay,
need it.
Colton. You can see Sophia.
Yep.
Okay. Kerri.
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 You're really
High 13.
multiple people?
This shit. What are we thinking?
I was thinking, don't you just top those yellows?
So here's the switch here with the sure shot. Think of it as like the curling Avengers, the All-Star team to throw one shot, the All-Star team in the All-Star game. And so into the game to throw the shot, Kerri Einarson, Colton Flasch into the game to sweep it. Let's hear about the change in call.
The skills winner getting benched.
Here for the draw.
The draw.
So that should be close.
I think.
A little high side still works.
Yeah.
Probably have to feel like through the house weight.
Okay, so it is like a little heavier than what I was throwing, like for.
It's just like for the taps on impact, they're not really going anywhere.
Jen, this is a completely, not only is it a sure shot and a lineup change, this is an entirely different shot. Do you like it?
You like that broom?
I always generally prefer just a straight draw, but the hole doesn't look that hard. But Kerri likes this. It's just a question now. You have to have line and weight, perfect weight.
And if you get back line here, it's perfect.
I agree. Back line.
Back line, so probably like a 13 for back line?
Yeah, even 12 and a half.
Yeah, even 12 and a half will
12
come down. It'll kick pretty dead, and I think.
Just the drama we wanted in the inaugural All-Star game here at the Tee Line in Nashville. The final stone here in the third end, a sure shot, a lineup change, a shot change. Kerri Einarson trying to carry it over.
Heavy, heavy.
Whoa, clean.
Heavy.
Clean. Yep.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Weight's good.
Yep.
She's got to be
good.
close.
Should be fine, should be fine.
What a shot from Kerri Einarson. That is a sure shot for sure.
And the coach looks like a genius, and he's letting everybody know about it. Kerri Einarson in off the bench into the game, and she delivers. So that's a carryover once again. More after the break.
All right. So I think, did I stay?
Welcome back to the Tee Line in Nashville as we settle in for the fourth end. You're looking at the latest Heroux in the All-Star game. Off the bench into the game on a sure shot. Kerri Einarson delivers a perfect tap, a carryover, and so now that makes his fourth end worth $9,000.
Now we're getting into it here, and yeah, bold move by Coach Morris. Kerri came in with lots of confidence, so much so that she changed the call. Brought in a sweeper with her. I can't imagine better sweepers than Hammy, McMillan Jr. and Colton Flasch. Ross looked like the most relieved guy in town. A lot happened on that shot. But it resulted in a carryover. So the hammer will swing back to Team Hamilton.
Okay.
And a big moment in the game
Still pretty
here.
tight. On your brush.
Okay, we're over curling.
Okay.
And this is one where Kerri Einarson did not have to come in or remain in play, but they opted to take out Ross Whyte, and Kerri Einarson is the substitution for this end. And for Team Hamilton, we have
It's 15-3.
Alina Petz came off, and Sarah Wilkes is back in, but now at her traditional position of lead.
A total pot of $36,000 on the line. This fourth end now worth $9,000, and of course after the carryover, Team Hamilton has a hammer here in the fourth end as
T-line, back
we settle in.
Gonna go right back?
No,
or is it dying?
No.
Okay. It's perfect.
Well done.
Nice.
Very nice.
Get out of here.
All right, I understand Robbie is ringside with skipper Brad Gushue.
Brad, we're getting later and later, midway through this game. It's a tight one. What are your thoughts so far?
It's been fun. It's been fun to see players play different positions and skip sweeping. We got a lot of skips on our team, so Sarah's going to have to do a lot of sweeping in the second half of the game.
We've seen some great shots with the sure shot being called, and they executed it perfectly. What's the temperature like on the bench right now? Are we getting nervous? How are we feeling?
No, I love the sure shot call. I told Ross they should have used it an end earlier after he threw that first one in 3, but I'm not sure when we're going to get to use it. I think we might pull it for Rachel and still let Rachel throw it.
There you hear it from Brad himself.
$10,000 total in the first half of the game.
So do you like
$26,000 remaining in the last half of the game. But we're getting into the pressure moments here. Skip Stone's fourth end, $9,000 on the line. The inaugural TCG All-Star Game in Nashville, Tennessee. Kerri Einarson staring down the broom of Emma Miskew as Team Morris and Team Hamilton look on, as well as the fans lining the ice.
Yeah, real heavy. Lead, yeah. Real heavy. Yeah. It's close, though. Yeah, hard. Really close. Hard.
Hammy.
Really
Sophia.
want to line this up. Need to stay on the nose.
Follow this back one. Great shot. Great shot.
Lovely.
Perfect. Real good angle.
Shot called, shot made.
Good. Nice shot. Good brush.
Okay.
Reason they brought her in on the sure shot. She hasn't missed yet, Kerri Einarson.
Need this to be in a spot where if they hit that yellow, because any contact on those two frozen yellows will jam on the red and be almost full 4.
Guard that too. It's not easy.
Okay. Yeah. When it was like.
So needs to be above the tee line. A piece buried, right biting the tee line, a half buried would be ideal.
Rachel Homan with the hammer. The fourth end.
A little late.
Looking to score 2 and take $9,000 to the bank.
5. Hard.
Line's really good.
Light. Hard. Try and get it there.
Line's great. Just go. Line's great.
Just go. Hard. Try and get it there.
Tardi and Wilkes
Hard, Tyler.
going hard, trying to drag it in there.
Hard. You got to get it off. Okay, not
But
bad.
they're not going to. Kerri lined things up on her first, and now it looks like this is exactly what she wanted.
This is a little tricky too. Can't hit the green one first, at least not very thick, or else we'll lose all the energy. And you can see from that angle, it's not a big hole.
You think it should come up here a bit?
Needs to throw probably a heavy hack or something.
At the end.
It's all Rachel Homan and Matt Dunstone can do is watch on as the Gimli, Manitoba skip settles in for her last playing a tap.
Girl. Whoa. Straight. Lead. Whoa, just lead. Yeah. Whoa.
Got to curl it in now. Made it. She has been on fire today.
And she also kind of locked that greenstone in a little bit for the tap.
My teammates.
Great job.
Nice teammates.
Just by the guard. Brent, you said it. She couldn't hit that green one first. She didn't. Perfect weight, perfect shot.
Made it look really easy, and I can assure you that was not a simple shot.
Because it's always coming down first.
We like team.
Is the roll there?
I don't know if it'll come in enough. I need full 4.
It'll be really close.
Can you not get that spin off that?
You can make this two. You can make this 2 ways.
Yeah, that was what I first saw, but.
What piece is this Flasch, right? What?
Yeah.
What piece of this green do you need to make the Flasch? Oh, we're coming off this, so you have to spin it onto the 4-foot. It's just complicated. I think we know the speed for the draw, but whatever you're seeing, you pick one. I don't care.
Okay.
They're both hard.
Rach, I think we have a lot of options with this.
I do too.
Whatever you think.
Such a pivotal moment in this game. Obviously, you can tell by the
Need like
length of time
line.
they've talked about it. Let's see what they decide.
Yeah, at least 14 to tee here.
Try to hit a thin half to a third.
All right, Jen.
I only have a thin half.
Hit what you can see.
14 to tee. Okay.
Yeah, you just have to hit what you can see. You just can't throw enough weight because it's going to have to spin and stop in the 4-foot.
Massive shot here in the 4th end. Last rock, $9,000. Rachel Homan trying to make some magic here.
Hard.
Hard. Well, hard. Hard. Really hard.
Really got to go.
Hard.
Okay.
Trying to keep it out there. But it's not to be.
Good sweep.
It's a huge $9,000. So at the 4th end break, Team Morris has all the money at the All-Star Game in Nashville. A chance to rub shoulders with the best in the roaring game. TCG brings you the first ever All-Star event. The athletes have been here all week in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee at the Tee Line Nashville. The backdrop for this VIP exclusive event with the Pro-Am game featuring past curling stars and special guests from the NFL. Then, time for some trick shots, curlers showing off their skill, replicating iconic shots from the past. Colton Flasch with his own special delivery. The All-Star festivities featured a 2-day skills competition with judging by Hammy McMillan, Jennifer Jones, Glenn Howard, Brad Jacobs, and NFL Pro Bowl tight end T.J. Hockenson. How about this? What could be more iconic than this 2005 shot from Jennifer Jones? The shot. Winning her the Scotties, placing her on a path to stardom. Considered one of the best ever. Okay, up first, Emma McEwen, sporting the high pants of the 2005 era. Here it comes, and here's the roll. Close, not close enough.
Well, I saw some pretty good style on that shot. That is, Emma nailed the style. She almost made the shot. It's going to be a big score.
Good attempt by Emma. She finished the competition with 49 points. Now over to her teammate, skip Rachel Homan, trying to replicate JJ's shot. Here it comes. Not close enough, but hold on here. Homan, the celebration, just like Jennifer, she finished with 23 points, and JJ loves it. The next round tasked the All-Stars with making this tricky Kevin Cooey triple from the 2023 Players' Championship. No surprise, time running out, but Cooey delivers the goods. This one needs skill. Up first, Dunstone, the sheriff, firing out of the hack with some pace. Here comes the rock. Want to leave 3 green in the house. He does. What a shot by Matt Dunstone, and the judges love it. Okay, over to Ross Whyte. He's next. He's going to let this thing fly. Got to get those greens to stick around. He will. And Ross Whyte likes it. Then off to the final round. This is tough. From the 2023 Men's Worlds, Nick Adine spin to win. Look at that rotation. Kissing off the red, stick it around for 2. The shot heard round the world. So Ross Whyte is going to try and replicate it with all that rotation.
Hard flash.
Just glancing off the green. Too much pace, but he scores enough points for the win. Ross Whyte is the champ. So the final standings, Ross Whyte, the winner, of course. He takes home $6,000. Dunstone in second, $2,500 to him, and Emma McEwen third, $1,500. Robbie spoke to Ross after the win.
Ross Whyte, congratulations, our skills competition champion. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels great. There's a ton of good curlers here, and to come out on top feels amazing.
When you saw the list of shots, was there any that jumped out at you in particular that you were really excited to throw, maybe a little bit more confident in?
No, all of them were way too hard. That last one was absolutely terrifying, so to make contact was amazing. But here we are, we've managed to win it.
You're $6,000 richer, but maybe even more importantly, you'll go down in history as the first ever All-Star Skills Competition champion. How does that feel for you as a player?
Yeah, someone's got to be the first. Thankfully, it's me. It was a very good competition, and thankfully, we won it.
When we come back, it's the fifth end of the first ever TCG All-Star Skins game. Broadway, always bustling. The sights and sounds of Music City. Welcome back inside the Tee Line Curling Club in Nashville, the inaugural All-Star Game, and so far, Team Morris with all the money in the bank, $10,000 after stealing the fourth end.
Just trying to open up these guards, open up a path to the 4-foot, and leave a yellow unburied, at least second shot.
Yeah, we're close. Yeah, gotta go. Whoa, Wait's gone. Whoa, Wait's gone. Curl. Wait's gone.
Hammy trying to carve this thing in.
Curl.
Straight.
Shot.
Pretty good. Pretty
Very
good.
nice.
Very nice. You might wonder, why is that a good shot? Their second shot. Green is still shot, but it's buried behind that guard. The green stone is wide open.
Had to be patient on this one, didn't they, Jen?
They thought they over-curled it right here. They thought they weren't going to make contact, and they just tick it, push the green to the open, and that Yellowstone is buried. Second shot behind the guards.
Yeah.
It looks hard.
Beautiful look at it there.
Just trying to tap the green stone that we see at the top of the screen in the 4-foot. On the center line side, roll the shooter behind those guards and tap the green stone back so there's no double or hit and roll. Very difficult, Brent.
Yeah, the key here is where the shooter goes. Get the shooter buried top of the button, and then hope your one you're tapping hangs on in the back 8.
Delicate tap by Dunstone. Trying to rearrange the house and sink one under cover right now.
We have Rachel Homan sweeping out now. Sarah Wilkes is on the curl because it's over curled.
Not bad.
Okay, that'll work.
Pretty good. And that came down, eh?
I just marvel as I look across the rink. The best of the best, talking curling, talking strategy. It's fantastic.
Yeah, she'll probably play the
And having fun. It's such a long, these seasons are so long now. It is such a grind.
We roll here, high here.
And we see them, you know, in so many different ways, and now we're seeing them in this relaxed atmosphere, Jen.
Yeah, and as much as they're rivals on the ice, it's just a friendly rivalry and have so much respect for each other as people. And now this isn't easy. It's very tight to the guard. Kerri's throwing this firm, trying to make the double. Cannot hit this on the outside.
She's close. She's been great all day. Lost it.
Look at that curl.
And Colton missed the line call. And
Not line call, Kerri. They were.
That was a bad line call.
That is what we call a bad line.
My bad.
That was the curl call.
I didn't think it would curl that much.
Well, yesterday it was curling in this spot.
Okay.
Colton owing up to that.
Yeah.
Kerri wanted to make sure everybody in the house knew what happened there.
Yeah. Like those brother rockets are in the.
Don't look now, but Team Hamilton gonna get themselves on the board here, I think.
Okay, I think, yeah.
Will be nowhere for Team Morris to hide if Rachel just hits this one right on the nose.
Yeah,
Feels like 11.
Think board. Yeah, think 11.
One lonely yellow stone about to be removed as Rachel Homan settles in to throw her first in the fifth end, trying to get Team Hamilton on the board. 5,000 at stake.
Uh-oh, this is really curling.
Okay.
And a mistake from Rachel Homan, but the good news for Team Hamilton is that even if this double is made, I still believe that Team Hamilton will lie second shot.
You liking this?
I think so. I think you just make the triple and hope this kind of spins up over here.
Sure.
Could draw through the hole to the back of the forefoot and just really close down the scoring area. And if you do chisel the yellow and get in there, that would be a good audible.
It's like what?
And if you're just tuning in and wondering about this lengthy conversation, a reminder that in this All-Star Skins game, there are no time clocks, but there are timeouts, and that's exactly what is happening right now. The clock is running 90 seconds.
Yeah, we are.
And look at that. Riker Rycroft, the son of Carter Rycroft. Here he's been just lapping it all up, you know, and how wonderful from him. He wouldn't have been around, of course, too young when Dad was winning those Briars, but of course he's here now and partaking in these festivities. Let's just listen in alongside Johnny and the team.
Roll it.
I kind of dig that shot.
Yeah.
Because if you make the triple, it's an automatic double right back at you.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I like the, you know, hit a third of a stone, hit a quarter stone with back ring, right?
Yeah.
Tap it back button.
Is it easier to do it like this?
On the inside? As long as you can get, shot.
I think it's an easier shot. That, so I need to try and get under this. I feel like that's an easier
I think you want, you want to end it up right here, right?
Yeah, you want the rock to stop.
Okay.
Especially if she's got to throw like a finesse shot, it's better than a hit.
Yeah.
I guess what's the weight?
All right.
It's like back line with a quarter.
Yeah. I like it. You got it, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Johnny, you can keep talking. Riker's out. He's the brains of the operation.
I like this. So back line, hit a quarter.
Get out of here. Don't you say another word to these guys.
So I think Coach Morris talked them into a tap on the yellow, tap at angle behind the button and roll your shooter off.
Your shooter should catch on the green stone on the side.
Wait, good.
It's a matter of making sure that your shot rocks so there's not a draw for two.
We're close. Whoa!
Whoa!
No!
Wait, good.
Curl!
Curl!
Wait, coming down!
Curl!
Calling the audible now, and they lost it.
Great throw.
And there's trouble in paradise between Kerri Einarson and Colton Flasch.
Want you back.
I said clean then curl.
Good throw, Kerri.
Good throw. Great.
Yeah. Oh, waiters are on.
Geez. Yeah. Got a left scored. You just never know what's going to happen next. Yeah.
Should run pretty straight. Yeah? Yeah. Is the hair tighter? Curling, no.
Couple of misses these last couple of shots. If you ask Kerri, it was all about the line call, but none of that matters now. Rachel Homan is staring down the barrel at $5,000.
What the hell?
Just got to make yellow disappear right now to get on the board.
Whoa. Clean. Good throw.
And you love to hear that. Just clean. $5,000 on the board for Team Hamilton. Gets Brad Jacobs and his team off the bench and waving the pom-poms after 5 ends. 10,000 to 5,000. What a game. What a scene here at the Tee Line in Nashville.
Steer the ship. We're back in business.
All right, Quinn and Eric, you find yourself at an all-star curling game in Nashville. How'd you end up here?
So there's the Instagram post, just write the hashtag, say why you want to come to join this event. And I just wrote a little blurb about my background. I've been curling for about 10 years and then started the Navy curling team out of the U.S. Naval Academy. And we're fortunate enough to get the invite to come join legends of the game here. It's been an absolute privilege.
Yeah, what's it been like, Eric?
It's been great. As someone who just started about 3 years ago, it's been awesome to just learn and see kind of all these more experienced curlers operate on a different level has actually been phenomenal.
Where are you guys from? How far did you travel to be here? And tell us about the Navy curling team.
Sure. So we're out of Annapolis, Maryland, which is where the Naval Academy is. It was about an 11-hour drive to get here, so it was a 4 a.m. departure, and absolutely worth the early wake-up. This has been truly an event of a lifetime. One of my favorite things about our game is the fact that everyone here, from the lowest level to the highest level, is perfectly willing to be completely sociable with one another, get to know each other, and just converse as if we've been lifelong friends, because we share love of a lifelong game.
Eric, you did the learn to curl.
I did.
What did you learn? Who did you learn from?
Matt Hamilton was our coach for the time being. He taught a lot of us different little tips, kind of square our hips, point our toes while we're in the hack, so that when we come out, we can really hit the broom and make the shot that our skip needs us to make.
We had the privilege of playing at Collegiate Nationals this year. Had a fairly good run that we were pretty happy with, got the spirit of curling, and just love getting to know all these other people from other schools that we've been able to come together and grow through the sport with. Long-term goals for the team are just continuing to be a part of events like this, where we can meet and get to know the greats of the game and just keep learning from them.
Sarah Moore, Lauren Steinberg, and Sunny Pham, they're all a part of the team, and they've been a part of the team for a very long time, and they've been integral members from the very beginning as to the overall development of this club.
Last one, what's more difficult, aviation or curling?
Depends. See, here's the thing. We haven't actually gotten to fly the plane yet, so for us at this, not for more than 15 minutes. So for us right now, probably curling. I think the second we get in the cockpit, we're going to change that answer. But for right now, going to go with curling.
It's like driving a car. I think curling is not like driving a car, and therefore is harder.
Outstanding. Appreciate both of you, and so glad to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. An absolute privilege.
Picturesque Nashville, Tennessee, the perfect spot for this inaugural All-Star Game. Welcome back inside the Tee Line, and Ravi is ringside once again with the Sheriff in Nashville.
Ringside's a great word for it, Devin. We've got a little bit of a tilt going on the benches, but I'm here with Matt Dunstone just out of the game. Matt, you finally got the monkey off your back. You put a skin on the board. How did it feel?
Yeah, great to get back into it. We've waited 4 ends to get one, and they finally threw us the bone, so feels good. Big momentum shift. You know, the Team Hamilton's right where they want to be right.
I was going to ask you about momentum shifts. You can kind of feel it in the air right now. You've seen Team Red, you've seen Team Morris now for 4 ends. What are you going to have to do on the blue side to pick things up and take the lead here in the 6th?
Not a whole lot. We got to make sure Ross and Flasch stay in the game. Flasch was one of the most disrespectful line calls I've ever seen last end. Ross isn't able to hit the broom. Like, he couldn't hit the broom if they were playing with a 10-inch brownie. So, I mean, we don't have to do much. They're leaking oil. They have been for a while, and we've made note of that. And you know, we're going to wait them out.
The intensity is high. Matt Dunstone. Devin.
Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, Dunstone. There's the Sheriff, the fastest pistol in Nashville. He's been saying everybody's leaking oil. I thought he was the one leaking oil earlier. Now the other team's leaking oil.
They changed the call. They decided not to throw the guard, and now they're corner freezing the top yellow stone.
Do you like that, Jen?
I do. I think with the guard, if Team Morris ever draws top button, they had so many options to try to get there too. Very precise draw here from Rachel, though.
Okay, go ahead.
It's close.
This is certainly a shot to increase the chances of a steal and the skin and the lead in the 6th end.
Hard. Whoa. Clean. Hard line. Clean. Just clean.
Looks like Homan is light here, and so back to the first call.
I prefer that call. If you had made that shot and they make the top green there, top 8 into that double, the shooter, and roll off, you're in big trouble.
I know.
Yeah, we're shot.
I know, but I couldn't bounce either.
Needs to make the double on the center line into the one top 8.
I don't want to throw it. I'm just trying to give you.
Yeah.
Hey, can I give us a couple options, Kerri?
Yep.
At A1, yeah?
Yep. Okay.
So if we make that, then we go from there.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I should like.
Thinking like there.
Okay.
Jen, run it back into the pile.
I think actually they're playing, and I could be wrong, Brent, but I think they're playing the double, the one on the guard and into the one on the top of the 8 foot.
Yeah, 3/4, thick 2/3 on the broom side as Ross is holding it there. Shooter rolls off. Double the greens and open up the forefoot.
A little more. Oh, okay.
You talked about that hit and roll under cover early in the end. Might that yellow rock come into play?
Easy.
Einarson settles in for her first, trying to double it off.
Hard.
She got it. Kerri Einarson is having a game.
Nose is good now.
That rolls like one more foot.
They almost lost it.
Nice shot. Made from behind.
Flasch doesn't let things overcurl very often. He's got that Sasky strength. But fantastic shot from Kerri, and you see the problem right now is there's 2 shots for Kerri to get that green one out.
Pretty good shape.
Did you guys sweep it for line a lot?
Nose hit on the yellow would get them 2, and obviously a straight hit on the green would get them at least 2.
What's that?
Same spot? Yeah. Just touch the
No,
line?
just tight.
Yeah.
Do you want it a little higher or no?
I think if you put it in the same spot.
Okay.
Same pro.
So just playing a guard here.
Looks like it.
Is that going to be enough, though? Do you like it, Jen?
Well, from our vantage point, it looks like you can nose those 2 yellow stones and the green will go far enough. It's hard to tell from our view. So if that's the case, then no, I don't like this shot. I might be tempted to throw something else.
Whoa. 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 Always Alina. Curl. Curl. Curl.
Curl.
Curl.
Got to get it on that line. Got to get it on that center line.
Good shot.
Right there.
Great shot.
It's pretty good, isn't it? But there is some room there.
You might be able to kiss it enough.
Like if you notice that you're hooking a lot of the forefoot, and this just needs to get to like here.
I agree.
Yeah, with like a good.
It's for sure.
Like
You're getting
solid
one all.
peel. You like that?
Just peel?
I'm pretty sure it goes for fun.
How much weight do you need to throw at it?
Just peel?
We're gonna throw peel.
Yeah.
We need to hit.
You're right.
Yeah, it's just whether we get like flashed.
Do you see the gap though? I don't think it touches it.
It's just whether we get flashed to rock at it. You know what I mean?
Oh, so we could use.
Like,
How many
can
of
we-
those things
we
can
get
we?
2.
Can,
Will you ever sure shot and get flashed to throw an absolute
Throw it
rock at it? So it's not
absolutely.
touching much.
Heel on the nose.
You gotta keep your shooter there.
True as well.
So and I'm not confident in Flasch keeping the shooter there.
This isn't getting much of it.
Honest reaction from Coach Morris.
Yep.
unless I can like hit it thin, it always touches this one first.
I think our best
Right in the
jab
nose,
is
Kerri.
nose.
Okay.
Like to get
Right on the nose hard. Okay.
Just love looking at the benches. They're so into it. Talking, yapping, pacing. $6,000 at stake. There they are, shaking the pom-pom, leaning over the edge of your seat kind of stuff here in Nashville as we get set for the last rock in the 6th end. Team Morris trying to move enough granite here to cash in. Kerri Einarson. She said she was tight out of her hand.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah!
Hard.
It's close. She's got it. Kerri Einarson brings the fans, her teammates out of their seats. 6,000 more on the board.
That was perfect. She threw just enough weight to get that out of the forefoot. You can see right here. She throws it fairly hard. She hits it right on the nose, exactly where they wanted, ensured their 1. And it just got out of the forefoot for 2. And that's a skin.
Yeehaw! $6,000 more on the board. They're loving it in Nashville.
Hello, curling fans. John Cullen here at PBR Nashville Cowboy Bar, where we are gearing up for a little bit of mechanical bull riding and a little bit of line dancing. When you're in Nashville, what else would you rather do?
I feel a little dizzy.
That looked like you had the technique down.
I've been to Vegas a few times.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta like go with the motion of it.
Wow.
Just kind of lean into it.
That was wildly impressive.
Thanks.
Great work up there.
Not my best performance.
No, it wasn't.
Definitely lasted longer in my life.
Yeah, I and that's good. That's positive. Sometimes these things happen.
That was so much harder than no, looking at
You looked surprised, like right away. Your initial.
because I think I was bending the wrong way. I was like, I think I was doing something wrong.
Only in Nashville, baby.
The toughest part of it was actually getting on the step ladder to get on top of the bull.
Nice job. Congratulations.
That's as good as I could do.
Not Dunstone, everyone.
I thought it was going to be like a 3-second situation.
Yeah.
Spinorama stitch definitely caused some dizziness to start.
Yeah.
Thought that was going to derail me, and then I just held on.
Yeah, you persevered. I think performance of the night so far. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Emma missed you, everyone. You told me just before you went up, you were expecting 1 second on the bull. That was like a solid 10 or 11. And you survived, baby.
Nashville, Tennessee, the host site of the first ever TCG All-Star Game. All right, I understand Robbie is ringside with the trash talker.
Colton Flasch, you gave up your first skin of the game 2 ends ago, but you came right back and won another one. How did that feel, and what does it mean in terms of momentum?
Oh, momentum's huge on our side right now. Like, sure, I missed my last shot, but we're killing them. We're drilling them.
You seem to be the target of a lot of trash talk out here. Trash talking Matt Dunstone is back into the game. Anything you want to say to rebuttal?
No, just look at the scoreboard, Matt, and look at the scoreboard at the end, because you're going to lose.
Well, there you have it. Confidence coming from everywhere with Colton Flasch, Devin.
Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, Colton. Yes, well, we have the tape now, so we'll see how this thing plays out.
If you tap it on the nose,
Third stone, seventh end, 7,000 on the line. Team Morris leading Team Hamilton 16,000 to 5,000 in this inaugural All-Star Game in Nashville. Devin Heroux alongside Jennifer Jones and Brent Laing.
Really working, trying to get this stone by the guards, and I think Colton might have underthrown this stone.
Hard.
Good sweep.
Okay.
Good sweep.
Get the nose. I was 13-6 on
I think
you.
it's a 13-9.
Yep.
Always love a skins game format. Team Morris, of course, as Colton Flasch told us, in control. But that could all change down the stretch here.
Hard line. Hard line. Hard. 5, 7. Yep.
Trying to keep it out there.
Hard.
Not there.
6.
We're not there.
Okay. Yep. Hard. Still falling. Holy.
Yep.
They did get it by.
We're not there, Rach.
Way too light.
7,000 on the line in the seventh end.
So if Team Morris wins this skin, they will have won the game, but there's still lots of money in the last end to play for, so we will play it out.
Hard.
They got pegged.
Flasch with 2 misses in the seventh after a bold interview with Robbie.
Some lessons are best learned the hard way.
I think so, yeah.
We can.
Let your play do the talking.
Yeah.
Halfway?
Sure.
I think you have to guard this stone.
This is the play.
2.5. Hold the line. How's line?
Line, yep, for line.
We're high.
2.
Hi-ha.
Always
2.
line. Always line.
Just clean it for line.
2.5. We're a little deeper. Okay.
Just in front of this green.
Okay. Okay.
Shot.
Good.
Really good.
Fit calf, half stone.
What's that?
They,
Half stone?
Yeah.
they spent all day with the skills
Way too much pressure
competition.
in this line call.
One of those shots, the Jennifer Jones
years ago was that?
special, 2005.
7.
Jen,
Eight.
what's the key to making an in-off?
still in your hip pocket. Yeah.
You want to try to throw a little bit more rotation because you'll have a nice spin off of this, and really you have Colton Flasch on the sweep. So just give him something to sweep. Don't be outside.
There's like a ridge where
Kerri Einarson from Gimli, Manitoba.
Hard.
Yeah!
Right to it.
She's been great all game.
Right to it.
We're getting close. We're getting close.
It's close. Kerri Einarson. Unstoppable.
Kerri has played lights out. The two shots she missed. I think we're on a bad line call.
Halfway down, he's like, clean line's good.
What a shot. She saw it right away and she threw it perfectly, and Colton held it on the broom, hit it perfect.
Ross halfway down.
And the cheers are raining down at the tee line. Fist pump from Kerri.
Got to give some credit to Coach Morris, pumping up her tires early, bringing her in for the sure shot. She makes it. Rachel with a very Homan-esque run back coming here, so don't turn the TV off just yet.
Nope.
Well,
The All-Stars putting on a show.
Should come up, eh? Like a little bit.
Homan trying to answer. We find ourselves locked in a battle in the 7th end. Team Hamilton, they need it. Rachel Homan eyes a long run back here.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Curl.
Yep.
Okay.
Oof, that's all kinds of bad. Even took away the angle on that red a bit.
It goes out of your hand. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yikes.
I could just smoke that and sit 3.
Does that look nice?
Or does it
Boy,
touch
really
it?
nice.
It might touch the floor a
It
bit.
looks close. It depends if it kicks.
Yeah.
My first thought was the guard.
Yeah, it's easier.
Okay.
They're looking to see if they could maybe lie 3, if that angle on those 3 stones all lined up in an angle would hit the green. It looks very close.
Yeah. If we smoke our yellow, it's all lined up, but
I like the guard,
I think
It
the guard's
doesn't look that
Guard
lined
makes a
up.
lot of sense to me.
Yeah. It's way easier.
Like it's way easier. Plus, hitting
You like
in that
that?
spot's
I
hard.
You gotta wonder if they've remembered that they have a sure shot, you know, like it's late in the game.
It's like a
Could be
14.
game over.
Yeah.
Still money to play for, but it could be game over right here for Team Morris. Einarson trying to lock the door.
Tight.
Trying to
Right
lock
now.
down another
Halfway.
7,000 with a
Always
guard.
Easy. Yeah, he wants you to hold it. Clean it. Yes.
We're slither tight.
Tight.
Whoa.
It's really
Just
tight.
needs to sit.
We're almost to it.
Corner freeze on this
hold
top
it
green
high
one
side?
would
Can
be
you hold it?
ideal.
Oh, it's really good. Just needs to sit.
Okay.
Very good.
It's hard to get the angle right.
Nice shot.
Now what, Jen?
Still hard to get the angle right.
Oh yeah.
Flash.
That's what I saw, is what Rachel called. You might be playing a double angle, but you have to hit it pretty thin.
I think so. For 1, for sure. 2 looks hard.
I think that's the
Trying
only
to
one
hit
we
the
have.
yellow
Half high.
guard onto the green in the 12-foot, onto the green in the 4-foot, onto the yellow, and hopefully score 1.
What's the piece?
Don't know if you can use a sure shot here. Is there anybody else you'd want throwing this shot?
You could. They don't like the shot is the problem. You could use a
That's a normal?
timeout.
It's just for 1, right?
I don't think it's ever for 2.
No, I agree. Yeah, I think one of them sticks there.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Half a rock.
Yeah.
You got it. You know the line.
Double run back. Hit that top one. Perfect, and hope that it pans out to keep this game alive.
Yep, hard. Go.
And not to be. That's gonna wrap up the win for Team Morris. 7,000 more on the board. Homan can only look on. Hammy and company, all smiles in Nashville.
Yeah, watch Hammy.
You're taking a look at a happy bunch down there. Team Morris sewing up the victory, $23,000 after 7,000 more in the 7th end.
But still lots of money up for grabs, as we know, and a lot of pride Team Hamilton wants to win more than just one end.
Make this?
Yeah. Is this going to curl at all, you think?
I think make curling.
This feels like
Clinches at the end.
a dagger right
we
now.
have the
Got
sure
a
shot.
flag. Johnny hates the call.
Sure shot.
Sure shot is.
Come on down, team.
I love it. I like Roscoe throwing this.
No, we don't. That's one thing we don't need to do.
All right. So here's what I'm thinking. Kerri's feeling it.
Oh, yeah, we know that.
I think we bring in the boss.
Yeah, okay.
And
Him inside.
we get you guys sweeping.
Him inside.
Kerri and Emmy.
Emma's in the house.
calling line. Yeah.
That's our move, okay?
Let's do it.
Unbelievable move.
Let's do it.
It's been Kerri's world down here in Nashville in this All-Star game, and we're just living in it. The boss, Johnny Moe, waving the flag, the sure shot, and assembling
You got it, Kerri.
a super squad. Why not?
And even Hammy's told Flasch to go to the inside on the sweep. He's so powerful.
I think a couple inches.
Yeah.
Both sure shots called in by Coach Morris into the hands of Kerri Einarson, trying to add salt into the wound.
Yeah. Hard. Hard. Lead. Whoa. Girl. Let's go.
She's done it again. Just
Almost overdid it. Let's go. Almost overdid it on you.
Kerri, sure shot. Kerri.
They hit this just a little bit too thin, too strong on the sweep, but made it. Just didn't stick the shooter, but an excellent shot. Coach Morris loves it.
waving the flag, not to surrender, but to bring in the sure shot. And 2 times today, Kerri Einarson delivers when it's mattered the most.
You heard Emma there say almost overdid it on the sweep. And the first time anybody calls line with Flasch holding it straight, it's an experience.
Yep. Whoa.
Alina Pet's trying to answer, trying to remove some granite here.
Whoa. Need to stay. Okay.
That is not their favorite spot on the sheet. They continually over curl there. Tricky spot, and punches it buried, leaves them lying too.
It just missed the line call a little bit.
Feels like we could be heading for a draw to the button. I know what I'm hoping for.
Hard. Gotta roll it in. Yeah.
Shot Flasch.
Good.
Nice.
Just come and touch it.
Yeah? Or freeze the shot, Rock?
I think that's the only shot you really have.
Think it's...
You're the boss.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Nothing's good.
Nothing's good. And maybe this is where the team gets together and sends the coach a message and says, you've hung us out to dry, made some bad decisions. We're going to put you out here for the draw of the button. We're just playing for one.
Half and the 4. Fight the 4, I guess.
Rachel Homan in unfamiliar territory here. 75 wins, 8 losses this season. Not something she's used to.
No, they've just had a tremendous year. And the good thing from this is it looks like it might be a draw to the forefoot for the carryover, and they can always put Alina Petz back in. She's just throwing it.
Weight's good.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
Girl.
Weight's good.
Girl.
Don't want to.
Girl.
Back 8. Back 12.
Girl. Whoa.
Hard.
Hard. Kick it off. Okay.
What a carve. What a carve. Wow. That's a carve. Oh.
There might be a run back double.
Optimistic,
Always
but yes.
always the optimist.
Is the side green one on? I don't think so.
It's close.
Halfway.
Skip Stones in the 8th end. $8,000 at stake, but Team Morris already has a win
Halfway.
in their belt buckle here in Nashville.
Pretty high. Pretty high.
This is gonna stop.
Let's stop. Good.
Shot,
Nice
Kerri.
shot.
That run back looks a lot harder now. There's 2 of them up there.
Yeah. Time out.
Here comes Coach Hamilton. Hasn't had any answers yet. Maybe he's got one now.
We could plant it too.
Yep.
Plant or double peel.
Yeah, I mean, that was our gut, was called a double run.
Okay.
Try and plant it, and if it double
Is
peels,
it
you're
straight
okay.
here? It's not gonna like hook like this side, right?
I think like Brad threw like a peel down here, and it's over. You had a peel here, right? You played a peel right there.
Up at the end, I think the
Yeah.
forward you throw it.
Yeah.
Just let go where you need to hit. I don't think it's gonna hook like this side does.
Might curl that. But.
Okay. You were on center though, right?
Yeah, I was over half
Closer.
rock more.
Yeah.
You gotta help
So
us
we
out.
just run plant.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm calling sure shot, though.
Okay.
Sarah, you're sweeping. You're calling line. You're throwing. Alina's just going to take a seat for a shot. I had to call it.
We'll stand here. Then.
No sweeping?
No shade. I just.
Oh, good.
That's what I had to do.
Middle? I think if I let go middle.
Yeah, you gotta get it just a hair low, so. Like, I mean a hair.
You think so?
Final sure shot of the game coming at us here.
Rachel Homan playing a
so
double
nose?
run back.
Yeah. Should come up a bit. Come up. Keep it up. Keep it there a little.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll curl.
Trying to find a way to end this thing on a winning note.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
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 Hard. Hard. Roll the shooter up. Good. Shot.
Doesn't get the perfect result, but does open it up, and now Kerri has to make
Oh, that curled.
a good guard because there is a nose hit for the skin right now if Rachel were to shoot.
My leg is almost
Curled it.
by half a centimeter.
Oh, the Flasch, yeah.
I think you can give us close to the
want,
same
like-
weight, though. We didn't really sweep that.
Give us like 3 or 4 feet more.
Yeah.
Team Morris finds a way to steal this. It's a good old butt kicking here in Nashville, isn't it?
Sure has felt like that, Devin, so far, but still a lot of money to be won here. And if this one comes tight, they're worried about the green run back for 2. So if they bring it tight, Rachel gets the same shot in the same spot, and it'll be much easier. So a good chance that we're going to that draw to the button.
Okay, well, like I said.
We're sitting down.
This thing has got to sit down. Sit down.
It'll be okay. Good enough.
Did it over curl?
Good enough.
Just a little.
You got to score 2.
Draw is no picnic right now.
Yeah,
With the
I know.
hammer.
Whatever you like. Whatever you like.
What do you guys want?
I want you to throw whatever you're most comfortable with.
We want to see a draw to the button.
I want to see a draw to the button.
3/4?
Yeah, 3/4 is close.
I told her to throw whatever she's
Is
most
there a
comfortable
world
with.
where that happens with this shot?
No, I don't think so. I think either green will score 2 or it will be a steal. Depends, I guess, on where Rachel hits this. Her shooter may roll out.
You could if you hit it a little thick and the one coming back hits on the center line side, kills the yellows, and then it doesn't stay. But it depends on that side green one. If we gotta think that one's out too.
The yellow may go back on that stone, Brent. You never know.
Here we go. Last rock. It'll either end it with 8,000 or we'll go to a draw to the button, and that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. It's another skin for Team Morris, and it's a Nashville beatdown. Team Morris, 31,000. Team Hamilton, 5,000. We're back after this. Welcome back. Nashville, Tennessee, playing host to this first ever All-Star Game. Team Morris, a dominant victory. Robbie's in the middle of the celebration.
That's right. I'm here with the captain, John Morris, and Kerri Einarson right now. I'm going to start with you, Captain John. A huge win, dominating performance. Were you expecting this coming into it?
No, I thought it would be a little tighter, but I got to say we really had a great team chemistry on this team. I'm sure proud of Kerri. She really emerged as a great leader on our team, made some really big shots, and yeah, it was a heck of a game.
And over to you, Kerri. Certainly some remarkable curling. Is it something about the water here in Nashville, or what was it today that just made you seem to be feeling it from start to finish?
Definitely was the fireball, I think.
got it flowing, you know. But no, it was a great game, and we all played really well and put some pressure on them. And wow, the sweeping, unreal.
Back to you, John. This is our inaugural All-Star Week here in Nashville. Describe the vibes here and how you thought the week was. Just talk about the experience.
This town is absolutely amazing. This facility is unreal. We've been, you know, it's a great way to kick off the season, or sorry, finish off the season, coming here and celebrating an awesome season together, and just having a great time down in Nashville. I wanted to thank everyone for coming out, and we're going to be back. This is such an awesome event and a great venue. We're going to be back here.
And Kerri, from a player's perspective, what does this win mean for you and the rest of the team?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, dream come true. Yeah, look out Broadway. We are partying again.
Well, there you have it. It's a celebration here in Nashville.
Honky Tonk and Hardware, 13 of the best curlers on the pebbled ice, inside the Tee Line in Nashville, Tennessee, providing fans with unforgettable moments on and off the ice, cheerleading throughout the entire way. Rachel Homan and her team trying to upend the boss from Gimli, Manitoba, Kerri Einarson. Team Morris just too much on the day, taking home the first ever TCG All-Star Game title. On behalf of our entire crew, I'm Devin Heroux saying so long from Nashville.